All right, everyone, here we go. Welcome to the campus of the Kansas City, Kansas Community College Blue Devils. They host into town the Neosho Panthers. We went down to Chanute on Thursday on a very, very cool lower 40s with the wind just gusting horrible. And the Panthers took the first game 10-4, and the Blue Devils took the second one 8-3. The Blue Devils remain in first place. Kansas City, Kansas Community College Blue Devils in first. Cali in second. Johnson in third. Fort Scott in fourth. Coffeyville in fifth. Allen County in sixth. Neosho in seventh. Labette eighth. And Highland ninth. That is the east side. The west side is Barton is in first place. Colby in second. Cloud in third. Hutchison fourth. Butler fifth. Dodge 6, Seward in 7th, Garden City 8, and Pratt in 9th place. Your place is on the east and the west side for the teams in the conference. The Blue Devils are 26-5. They come into the day in the conference 12-2. Neosho is 16-22. They are 6-12 in the conference. As far as some leaders on both sides, as I look down the list here, saves, Cachero is in third with 5. Neal and Weisner have 7. They're both tied at 7. In the hitting department, Bard is in fourth place with 44 runs batted in, and that pretty much is the list of the leaders in the conference. The starting lineups for today: first for the Neosho Panthers, leading off the designated hitter Tysek Nolan. At shortstop, batting second, Alex Erlob. Batting third in right field, Matt Clark. Batting cleanup, the third baseman, Cade Snodgrass. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Brooks Miller. Batting sixth in center field, Reed Liston. Lucas Pringle behind the plate. Batting seventh at first base, Jordan Helm. At second base, Jordan Helm. Batting eighth. In left field, Austin Oldham. Batting ninth, and on the mound, Owen Chafin will be the pitcher today for the Panthers. The starting lineup for KCK. At shortstop, batting leadoff, Cole Dawson. Batting second, the second baseman, Parker Bosserman. Batting third, the first baseman, Brendan Bard. Batting cleanup, the center fielder, Caleb Adams. Batting fifth, Pablo Sanchez in right field. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, Darius Freeman. Batting seventh, Palmer Hutchison, the third baseman. Batting eighth in left field, Peyton McHarg. And the catcher, Camden Carlin, bats ninth behind the plate. Cooper Carlgren will be the starter for the Blue Devils today. So it'll be Dawson, Bosserman, Bard, Adams, Sanchez, Freeman, Hutchison, McHarg, and Carlin, with Cooper Carlgren on the mound. Coaches, as you can see, are out getting their lineups taken care of with the umpires. Carlgren will be on the mound today. His ERA is 8.46, 1 win, 2 losses, 6 appearances, 22 innings pitched. He's given up 5 home runs, couple of doubles. Other than that, all base hits. He will start for the Blue Devils today. On the mound for the Panthers, Owen Chafin. Chafin has a 3.97 ERA. He has 3 wins and 3 losses. He's also given up 5 home runs, a triple, a couple doubles, and 54 strikeouts, 19 base on balls. He'll be on the mound for the Panthers. Want to welcome everyone today. Looking forward to a day without the wind blowing horribly and the temperature's low. We're looking at probably in the 50s. See if I can get a check here on what the temperature is. The temperature is 58 degrees and there's not any wind chills. So the sun is shining, a light breeze blowing out to left field, but very light, certainly not like we had on Thursday. Thursday, the wind was blowing very hard from left field across to right field. We're going to take a short break. We'll get our anthem taken care of. I want to remind everyone that my reasoning for not having the anthem has to do with YouTube and their copyright policies. They've been known to mute a broadcast, and when we get that anthem, if somebody were to just sing the anthem, we'd be okay. But when you start playing it by certain people from the profession, it gets muted. So we're going to take a break. We're going to take care of our anthem, and we'll be back with the start of this one here in about 4 or 5 minutes. I'll be back. All right, here we go. We got a few more warm-up tosses to be made, and then we'll get this thing going. Blue Devils welcome the Neosho Panthers into town for a 2-game set. First game is a scheduled 7-inning game. The second one will be a 9. All right, here we go. We got a few. Cooper Carlgren on the mound. He's from Auburn, Kansas, went to Washburn Rural High School. Scheduled up for the Panthers, Nolan, Erlob, and Clark. Snodgrass, Miller, List, and Pringle, Hellman, Oldham. But Nolan, Erlob, and Clark will be the first hitters here in the top of the first inning. Sunshiny day on the campus of Kansas City, Kansas Community College Blue Devils. Carlin behind the plate, Hutchison at third, Dawson at shortstop, Bosserman at second, Bard at first, McHardigan left, Caleb Adams in center, Sanchez in right field with Camden Carlin behind the plate. Tysick Nolan will be up first. He starts the day batting .370. He will step in on the right-handed side to face Carlgren. Misses just a little bit low and outside. Want to welcome everyone. They split the doubleheader on Thursday. That misses a little bit low, 2-0 the count. Nolan, the designated hitter in the first game. He leads off for the Panthers. That's up high, ball 3, so 3 straight. Balls. There's a strike right through there. That's up high, ball 3, so 3-1 the count now. There's a base hit into right field. Over to grab that is Sanchez to hold Nolan to a single. That'll bring up Erlob. Erlob starts the day batting .302. He'll step in to face Carlgren. Outside, nicely blocked by the catcher, Carlin. Leadoff base hit into right field by Nolan. That's up high. 2-0 the count. So 2-0 the count. Sunshiny day. Looking forward to having some sunshine and some warmth today. I'm sure the fans are as well. Here comes the 2-0. That ball just misses. Looked pretty good right there. 3-0 the count. Went with the breaking ball there. Looked like it caught a piece of the plate, but ruled a ball. So 3-0 the count on the shortstop Erlob. There's a strike inside corner at the knees. So 3-1 the count. Nolan at first. That's outside, ball 4. So that's going to bring up Clark. Clark, the right fielder. Clark starts the day batting .365. He'll step in on the left-handed side for those of you that are listening and not watching. Runners at first and second. That misses. A little bit low and inside. So 1-0 the count. Runners at first and second. Lead-off base hit, followed up by a walk. Chase taking a look here to look at my outfield camera to see what those balls are looking like. There's a foul ball down the right field line. That's going to be out of play. So 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. Panthers with the first 2 on. Here comes the pitch. It's inside. Got a little flinch by the umpire, but he didn't go ahead and ring it up as a strike. Neosho wearing their, what's that called, Jace? Digital what? digital camo uniforms with black, gray, and white in them. I like the look. There's a pop-up over by the third base side. Couldn't get my camera to go there, so there's a pop-out in foul territory to Palmer Hutchison. That's going to bring up Cade Snodgrass. Snodgrass starts the day batting .275. He'll step in righty versus righty. Breaking pitch right through there. Started it out on the inside part of the plate and broke it right back across the middle. First hitter that Carlgren has been out in front of. There's another curveball right through there for strike two. So 0-2 the count. Want to welcome everyone this afternoon. If you get a chance, subscribe, hit the like button. It always helps get more looks at this for the Blue Devils. That was just a little bit outside. Carlin tried to bring it back to make it look like a strike, but no doing. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the third baseman, Cade Snodgrass. That breaking ball stayed way up high, so 2-2 the count. Pop out in foul territory over toward the third base dugout to Palmer Hutchison for the first out of the inning. There's a foul ball backing up over the top of us. We'll do the 2-2 again. That might have been without a roof. That might have been right in here on Jason and I. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We'll do it again. 1 out. Miller waits in the on-deck circle, barring a double play. Carlgren would like to have a double play right here. There's a little nubber out down the first base line, and Carlgren up with that for a 1-3 ground out for the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up Miller. Miller starts the day batting .245. He'll step in with 2 outs and runners at second and third. Breaking pitch, catches the outside corner top part of the strike zone. 0-1 the count. Going to be, I'm not sure if that'd be a wild pitch or a pass ball. Wild pitch, and a run will score on the wild pitch. So the Panthers on the board first. There's a strike called 1-2 the count. Now, early in the at-bats, we had a pitch just about like that one, so maybe we'll settle down and have a decent strike zone there. We thought it was a little tight at the beginning. Here comes the 1-2. Breaking pitch, froze him. So 1 run in on 1 hit for the Panthers. They put up 1. We'll go in and see what the Blue Devils got in store for us for the bottom half of the first. We'll be back. All right, here we go to the bottom half of the first inning. Panthers score one. Owen Chafin will be on the mound, a righty for the Panthers. He has a 3.97 ERA. He will face Dawson Bosserman and Bard. Dawson starts the day batting .409. He'll step in with his Blue Devils trailing by one. There's a strike right through there, outside part of the plate. So Owen won the count. Snodgrass at third, or Lob at short. Helm at second, Miller at first. There's a ball soft pop up toward the second baseman, and Helm takes care of that. So that's going to bring up Bosserman. Bosserman will step in. He starts the day batting .366. Takes strike one, called and won the count. So Chafin has established that he's going to throw a strike on the first pitch. There's a foul ball back to the screen, so quickly down in the count is Bosserman, the second baseman. Across the outfield, Oldham, Liston, and Clark from left to right field. There's a line drive just past Coach Goldbeck. So we'll do the 0-2 count again. There's a foul back to the screen. So nothing but strikes so far to Bosserman. 4 pitches, couple of strikes, couple of fouls. 1 out, soft line drive to the second baseman by Dawson. There's a ground ball headed at the shortstop, or Lob up with it. And over to Miller for the 6-3 ground out. That's going to bring up Bard. Bard will step in with 2 outs and nobody on. Bard starts the day batting .365. He'll step in with 2 outs and nobody on to face the righty Owen Chafin. From the Panthers, there's a strike, catches the outside corner. 0-1 on the first baseman, Brendan Bard. Foul ball down the right field line. That's going to be out of play. On to the count. I think each hitter has had 2 strikes. I don't know if he's thrown a ball yet. There's a swing and a foul into the glove of the catcher by Pringle. So at the end of 1 inning, the Panthers lead 1-0. Stay with us. We'll be back. Welcome, everyone. Liston, Pringle, and Helm scheduled up for the Panthers. Liston starts the day batting .244. The high fly ball to center field. Back to take care of that is Adams. So first pitch swinging was Liston. That's going to bring up Pringle. Pringle will step in on the left-handed side. Pringle starts the day batting .231. There's a strike outside corner at the knees. Owen won the count. There's a strike on the inside corner. Hutchison, McHargan, Dawson on the left side. Over on the right side's Bosserman, Sanchez, and Bard. There's a ball headed into left field. That's going to drop for a base hit. So a base hit for the catcher, Pringle. Into left center. That's going to bring up Helm. Helm will step in. He starts the day at .211. He'll be up there with a runner at first. There's a strike on the inside corner. Runner at first is Pringle. Owen won the count. Pitch stays a little bit inside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. 1 run in so far in the game, only by the Panthers. They lead 1-0. There's a strike called on the outside corner. 1-2 the count. Throw over to first, nothing going on over there. Runner at first, 1 out. The pop up on the infield. Bard coming in. He will take care of that for the second out of the inning. That's going to bring Austin Oldham to the plate. Oldham starts the day batting .315. He'll step in with 2 outs and a runner at first base. Ball gets away from Carlin just a little bit, and the runner moves up. So a runner now at second base. 1-0 the count. On the left fielder, Austin Oldham. Another pop-up coming in hard to take care of. That is the first baseman, and he couldn't get there, went off the heel of his glove. So new life for Austin Oldham, the left fielder. Runner at second base. Moved up on wild pitch. There's going to be a ground ball to Bard. Bard's going to step on the base. So at the end of 1.5, had 1 hit, but no runs on that one hit. We go to the bottom half of the second inning. Blue Devils trail 1-0 to Neosho. We'll be back. All right, to the bottom half of the second inning we go. Adams, Sanchez, and Freeman scheduled up for the Blue Devils. Adams starts the day batting .333. He'll step in to face Chafin back for another inning of work. There's a swing and a foul ball out of play. 0-1 the count on the center fielder, Caleb Adams. He's up there leading off the bottom half of the second for the Blue Devils. They trail by 1. There's a high fly ball to left field. It's hard sun to deal with over there. We'll see if they're going to score that as a hit or an error. It's going to be an error on the left fielder, so an E7. Fought the sun some, but yet he was under it, and it went off of his glove. So that's going to bring up Sanchez. Sanchez will step in with a runner at second base and nobody out. Sanchez starts the day batting .337. Squares to bunt. Pulls back for a 1-0 count. Squares again. Got it down. There's the bunt. The third baseman going to come take care of that for the out. So a 5-3 sack bunt for Sanchez, and that's going to bring up Freeman. Freeman will step in with 1 out and a runner at third base. Freeman starts the day batting .378. A high foul ball backing out of play over here over the third base dugout. 0-1 the count. At third base is Adams. That misses for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Blue Devils trailing by 1. Freeman, the designated hitter in this game. There's a ground ball back to the pitcher. And the pitcher, Pringle, over to Miller for the second out. So a 1-3 ground out. That's going to bring up Palmer Hutchison. Hutchison will step in with 2 outs and a runner at third now. Hutchison starts the day batting .265. He will step in with a runner at third. There's a strike called. First inning, that ball out there was not a strike. 0-1 the count. I'm okay with that being a strike. I just want it to be a strike there all the time. 0-1 the count. That's way outside. 1-1 the count. 2 down now. Adams reached on an error on a high fly ball to left field. Left fielder fought the sun a little bit, but it was coming straight down off the side of his glove. He moved to third on the sac bunt, then the ground out. There's a swing and a miss, so 1-2 the count on Hutchison, the third baseman. Strike 3 called. Can't take anything that close, although that close has not been consistent from my look, but nonetheless ruled a strikeout. And we go to the top of the third. Blue Devils trailing by 1. Stay with us. Hey, remember to subscribe, hit like, ring that notification bell so you know whenever we go live with Blue Devils baseball. We'll be back. Back to the top of the order we go. Noland, Erlob, and Clark scheduled up. Noland is from Wichita, Kansas, went to Mays South High School. He had a base hit his first time up. There is a curveball, catches the protector on the elbow. So a hit by a pitch. That's going to bring up Erlob. Runner at first base. Erlob is from Wells Fargo, North Dakota. Went to West Fargo Cheyenne. That misses high for ball 1. Runner at first after they hit by a pitch. Camden Carlin step out in front of the plate to give the bunt defense to the infielders. 1-0 the count, squares to bunt. It's up in the air, but going to fall harmlessly to the ground. 1 ball, 1 strike. Erlob reached on a base on balls his first time up. Throw over to first, safe over there. There's a foul ball. 1-2 the count. Nobody out as the Panthers bat here in the top of the third. I haven't done a very good job with our inning, have we? There's a swing and a miss for the strikeout. So that's going to bring up Clark. Clark is from Overland Park, Kansas. He went to Blue Valley Southwest High School. Runner at first after the hit by pitch. Another throw over to first, back in safely is Tysick Nolan, the designated hitter. Clark fouled out in foul territory to Hutchison Palmer in his first at bat. There's a fly ball to Mac. Mac Clark down on a fly ball to Adams in center field. Comes over into right center to take care of that. That's going to bring up Snodgrass. Snodgrass grounded back to the pitcher his first time up. He's from Derby, Kansas. He'll step in with a runner at first base and 2 outs. Throw over. Back in safely is Nolan. Snodgrass, the third baseman for the Panthers. Another throw over to first base. There's a strike called 0-1 when the first pitch finally arrived at home plate after a couple of throws over to first. Noland at first. Carlgren in his third inning of work. There's a ball in the dirt. Blocked by Carlin. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner at first base. Blue Devils trailing 1-0. There's a swing and a miss, so 1-2 the count on Snodgrass. Throw over to first, back in safely. Got away from Bard, but not enough for Nolan to head to second. He thought about it, but he didn't. Jay said he almost did. Yep, he almost did. Probably been out, but sometimes you make somebody make a play and things happen good for you. Stays up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The Panthers with 2 hits so far. It's outside, ball 3, so 3-2 the count. So Noland at first will be off with the pitch once he's sure that Carlgren is going to the plate. Comes the pitch, runner goes. Strike 3 called, outside corner. That outside corner has grown since the first inning, but becoming more consistent. We go to the bottom half of the third inning. Blue Devils trailing 1-0. We'll be back. All right, to the bottom half of the third inning we go. Mick Harg will step in for the Blue Devils. Mick Harg, Carlin, and back to the top of the order. Mick Harg swings and misses at that first pitch. Mick Harg starts the day batting .385. Had a little bit of a shoulder injury that had slowed him down for a while, working back in to. That goes off the bare hand of the pitcher and slows it up enough probably to make that an infield hit. So an infield hit, that's going to bring up Carlin. Carlin will step in with a runner at first and nobody out. Carlin starts the day batting .167. We'll see if there's a chance for him to be bunting here. There's a ball that goes all the way back to the screen. And he still may be bunting with the possibility to try and get him to third base. So 1-0 the count. That's going to be a wild pitch that McHarg moves up on way outside and low where the catcher couldn't get a handle on it. So runner at second base. 1-0 the count, squares to bunt, and is hit by a pitch. So back to the top of the order, and Cole Dawson. Coach is going to come out and ask for him to check with him to see about, if he's wondering where the batter was, he was in his batter's box. The only thing he could be asking, he's going to bring him back and say that it was an attempt. It's pretty hard to pull your bat back when a ball is coming right at you. I'm not liking that call, but I'm going to guess we've had the switch, and that hit by pitch is not going to go away. We'll see about the visit for a bit here. Coach not going to be happy with that final decision there for sure. So now, if that's going to be called a strike, then he wasn't hit, so the player should be able to stay at second base. So I'm going to wonder, Peyton McHarg just staying down at second base, and they're going to leave him there. And I'm agreeing that he should be there. So Camden Carlin back to the plate, squares to bunt, pulls back this time, ball gets away, and moving over to third base is Peyton McHarg. So 2-1 the count. And now, maybe that has worked out in our benefit, actually. Not sure, but nonetheless, a runner at third base and nobody out to Carlin. Carlin with the ground ball at the shortstop. The shortstop bobbles it but gets him out. But Carlin ends up with a 6-3 RBI to tie this thing up. So good job putting the ball in play there, and fumbled up just enough by Erlob. He still gets the out, but no opportunity to get the out at home. So back to the top of the order, and Dawson. Dawson is from Russellville, Arkansas. Game tied up at 1. Panthers with 1 in the first. Blue Devils with 1 so far here in the third. Dawson hit a soft line drive to the second baseman his first time up. There's going to be a base hit into center field. So Dawson with a base hit into left center. That's going to bring up Bosserman. Bosserman will step in with one out and a runner at first. He lives in Oak Grove but went to Green Valley High School. He'll step in with one out. Up tight on the plate, nicely blocked by the catcher Pringle. Keeps it out in front to where Mick had to stay at first is Dawson. One and 0 the count. There's a strike called on. I really think that width of the strike is fueled by how Bosserman is standing in on the plate. Seemed to be way outside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on, 1 run in, and we're tied at 1. There's a throw over to first. Back in safely is Dawson. Bottom of the third action. Both teams with 2 hits, both teams with 1 run. Panthers with an error on a fly ball to left field. That ball missed just a little bit low. As a general rule, that ball is a strike, but must have sailed a little low. 2-1 the count. There's a line drive into left field. The left fielder, Oldham, thought about going for it, but then he thought better. So back-to-back base hits. That's going to bring up Bard. Bard will step in with 1 out and runners at first and second. Bard is from Kansas City, Kansas. Went to Piper High School. 1 out. Bard at the plate. Bard struck out, fouled it into the glove of the catcher his first time up. There's a foul ball that's going to get out of play. Runners at first and second. Bard at the plate. Chafin on the mound for the Panthers. Bard with a open stance. 0-1 the count on him. There's a ground ball into left field past the third baseman. We're going to have an RBI double for Bard. Just past the diving third baseman Snodgrass. So 2-1 now the lead, and that's going to bring up Adams. Adams is from Leavenworth, Kansas, went to Lansing High School. He'll step in with 1 out, runners at second and third. There's a ball headed into center field that's going to score 1 run. So runners now at the corners. So Adams with the RBI, that's going to bring up Sanchez. Sanchez is from Sidra, Puerto Rico. Blue Devils up 3-1 now. Sanchez at the plate, 1 out. Runners at first and third. That stays up high for ball 1, 1-0 the count. Runner at third. Runner at first. Runner goes, going to throw down to second. Ball gets away from her lob, but not enough. So a stolen base by Adams. Sanchez had a sack bunt his last time up. Runners at second and third. Sanchez at the plate. There's a ground ball headed up the middle. That's going to be an RBI base hit and safe at home, and 2 runs in for Sanchez on the base hit up the middle. So 2 more runs in for the Blue Devils, making it 5-1. That's going to bring up, it's actually going to bring a visit to the mound by the coach of the Panthers. We're going to take a break. Blue Devils up 5-1, still just 1 out. We'll be back. All right, so that's going to bring up Freeman. Freeman is from Kansas City, Kansas, went to Shawnee Mission. It's outside. Went to Shawnee Mission Northwest. Runner at first. 5 runs in the inning so far. 5 runs on 6 hits. Snodgrass in at the grass. There's a throw over to first. Back in safely is Sanchez. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. The high fly ball to right field, fairly deep. Going back to take care of that is Clark. Mac Clark. That's the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up Palmer Hutchison. Hutchison is from Hayes, Kansas. He'll step in with 2 outs and a runner at first base. Palmer was called out on strikes, the high part of the zone, his last time up. There's a swing and a miss of that first pitch. 0-1 the count on the third baseman, Hutchison. McHarg is on deck if Hutchison can keep this thing going. That's outside and in the dirt. Kicks away from the catcher. It's going to be a wild pitch, move up for Sanchez. So now another runner in scoring position for Hutchison. 1-1 the count. Swing and a miss, breaking pitch. Outside part of the plate. Needs to shorten up and try and put this thing in play now. One and two. Runner at second base is Sanchez. Strike 3 called. So 5 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits for the Blue Devils. They take a 5-1 lead. We'll be back for the top of the fourth after this. All right, to the top of the fourth we go. Scheduled up for the Panthers, Miller, Liston, and Pringle. Miller is from Pryor, Oklahoma. He'll step in to face Carlgren. There's a strike inside corner. Miller was called out on strikes his first time up. That's a little bit high. 1-1 the count. Foul ball into the net. Miller, Liston, Pringle, first baseman, center fielder, catcher, scheduled up for the Panthers. 1-2 the count now on Miller. There's a ball just foul down the right field line. .290 down the lines. Dead center field, 400. .394 in the alleys. We'll do the 1-2 again. Outside. Wasn't chasing. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Got out in the outfield. You can see the 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There's a fly ball headed down the right field line. It's going to get in the bullpen. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 evergreen trees out there in the outfield. My center field camera is between one of them or between 2 of them, and then there's people sitting at 2 different spots out in the outfield watching the game from the hill. There's a high fly ball to left field, and taking care of that, fighting the sun, was McHarg for the first out of the inning. It's going to bring up Reed Liston. Liston is from Derby, Kansas. There's a breaking pitch, catches the outside corner. He flew out to Adams in center field his first time up. 0-1 the count. Another pitch right through there. Curveball catches, breaking pitch catches the outside corner. So quickly 0-2 the count on Reed Liston, the center fielder. There's strike 3 called, catches the outside corner. That's going to bring up Pringle. Pringle, the catcher. He's from Shawnee, Kansas, went to Mill Valley High School. He'll step in with 2 outs, step in on the left-handed side. 2 outs. Inside. Cooper Carlgren on the mound in his 4th inning of work. 5-1 lead by the Blue Devils. I'm behind on my... That ball misses just a little bit low. We are in the 4th inning. The ball headed into right field. That ball's going to be down for a single. So a 2-out single. That's going to bring up Jordan Helm. Runner at first base. Helm will step in. He's from Wichita, Kansas, went to Mays High School. Swing and a miss of that first pitch. He popped out to Bard at first base in toward the pitcher's mound his first time up. There's a ball headed straight into center field. Adams had a notion to go after that one, decided to hold up on it. Ball took a high bounce. He grabbed it with the bare hand and got it back in. So a base hit, that's going to bring up Oldham. Oldham is from Gardner, Kansas, went to Gardner Edgerton. He'll step in with 2 outs and 2 on. There's a ground ball right back to the pitcher. He's up with it and underhands it over to Bard. So first pitch swinging was Oldham for a 1-3 ground out to end the inning. So we go to the bottom half of the 4th. Blue Devils leading 5-1. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. We'll be back. All right, to the bottom half of the 4th we go. McHarg will step in. McHarg is from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Takes ball 1, 1-0 the count. There's a ball deep down the right field line, but it's going to be foul. McHarg had a base hit. Back off the pitcher's hand. His first at bat. Strike called outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Peyton McHarg, the left fielder. Comes the 1-2 from Chafin. There's out in front with the line drive down behind Coach Webster. Freeman. Coach Freeman. A high fly ball into left center. Coming over to take care of that is Oldham. It's going to bring up Carlin. He grounded out to the shortstop his last time up, but the runner from third scored. He'll step in with one out, nobody on. That's outside. 1-0 the count on the catcher, Camden Carlin. Carlin is from Lawrence, Kansas, went to Free State High School. There's a hard hit ground ball at the third baseman. Snodgrass up with it and over to Miller for the 5-3 ground out. So Carlin hits it hard but is out. So back to the top of the order and Dawson. Dawson will step in with 2 outs and nobody on. Dawson's was out on a soft line drive to the second baseman in the first, and in the third he had a base hit to left center. There's a strike right through there. Strike called. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs to the shortstop, Cole Dawson. Snodgrass, Erlob, Hellman, Miller across the infield for. There's a strike called across the infield for the Panthers. Oldham, Liston, and Clark across the outfield left to right. With Pringle behind the plate and Chafin on the mound. He's in his 4th inning of work. 1-2 the count. Way outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Blue Devils leading 5-1 here in the bottom of the 4th. Game 3 of the 4-game set. Thursday they split down at Chanute. That missed just a little bit low. Probably too close to let go, but nonetheless ruled a ball. 3-2 the count. Panthers with 1 run on 4 hits and 1 boo-boo. 5 runs on 6 hits for the Blue Devils. There's a fly ball headed into center field. Going to take care of that is Liston for the final out of the inning. We go to the top of the 5th. Reminder, this is a 7-inning game. Blue Devils leading 5-1. I'll be back. Back to the top of the order for the Panthers. Noland. It's a high fly ball to left field. That's deep. Headed back is McHarg. Just short of the warning track for Nolan. Nolan has a base hit, a hit by a pitch, and now a fly out to deep left field. That's going to bring up Erlob. Erlob will step in with 1 out, nobody on. He's walked and struck out so far. There's a strike called, 0-1 the count on the shortstop for the Panthers. Foul ball back and out of play. So 0-2 the count First game is a 7-inning scheduled game. The second one scheduled for 9. 0-2 the count. It's high and outside. 1-2 the count. Blue Devils leading here 5-1 in the top of the 5th. And I'm a little tardy getting my inning changed. 2-2 the count now. There's a swing and a foul tip into the glove of Carlin for the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up Clark. Clark will step in on the left-handed side. He's popped out in foul territory and been out on a fly to right field. He takes strike 1. Pretty nice picture right on the screen right now. I like that close-up. There's a ball headed to deep center field, and that ball is going to be out for a home run. So Matt Clark with the home run to pretty much dead center, a little bit toward left. So Clark with the home run makes the score 5-2. So that'll bring up Snodgrass. The high fly ball headed into center field. Over to take care of that is Caleb Adams for the final out. So 1 run on 1 hit to make it 5-2 as we go to the bottom half of the 5th inning. I'll be back. All right, here we go to the bottom half of the 5th inning, 5-2 lead. It's going to bring up Bosserman. Bosserman steps in. That misses just a little bit outside. Bosserman is grounded out to the shortstop and had a base hit to left field. That's way outside 2-0. 2-0 the count on the second baseman, Bosserman. Chafin back for another inning of work. That misses inside. 3-0 the count. There's a strike right through there. Snodgrass, Erlob, Hellman, Miller from left to right across the infield. Oldham, Liston, Clark across the outfield. Pringle behind the plate. Chafin on the mound. There's a foul ball over to the first base side in foul territory. Miller comes over to take care of that for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up Bard. Bard will step in with 1 out and nobody on. Pringle here with one out in the bottom of the fifth. Blue Devils leading 5-2. Bard steps in. He's been out on a soft line drive. There's a ground ball at the shortstop. And we'll see how that is scored. It's going to be scored a hit. Had to go toward the third base side, right at the grass. So a base hit for Bard. That's going to bring up Adams. Adams will step in with a runner at first base and one out. Throw over to first, back in safely is Bard. Adams has reached on an error. Had a base hit, RBI, and a stolen base. Throw over to first again. Nothing going on over there. Bottom half of the fifth inning action. Breaking pitch catches the outside corner. 0-1 the count. Bard at first base. Adams at the plate. That misses a little bit low. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Swing and a miss of that pitch. 1-2 the count now. Sunshiny day, light breeze headed toward left field. Bard at first. Had an infield hit. There's a throw over to first. Back in safely is Bard. Seems to be a little overly concerned about Bard. I don't see him running at this juncture of the game. That misses outside. Two balls, 2 strikes on the center fielder, Adams. Foul ball backing out of play. Two balls, 2 strikes. Bard at first base. Blue Devils lead by 3, 5-2. That falls low. 3-2 the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and an out. Out deep in the outfield, in left field up on the hills. It looks like a family or a couple of families seated out there watching the game. There's a ground ball headed up the middle past the diving Erlob. Bard rounds second hard but decides to stay there. So a base hit by Adams right up the middle. That's going to bring up Sanchez. Sanchez will step in with 1 out and runners at first and second. Pop up down the right field line. Second baseman takes care of that in foul territory. So Sanchez has a sac bunt, a base hit, and a foul out to the second baseman. Down behind first base. That's going to bring up Freeman. Freeman will step in with 2 outs now and runners at first and second. Freeman has been grounded out and flew out so far. That's inside. Grounded back to the pitcher and flew out to right field. Fairly deep fly to right field, but nonetheless an out, caught out there by Clark. Foul ball back into the catcher's glove. 1-1 the count. One ball, one strike on the designated hitter Freeman. Runners at first and second. There's a swing and a miss. 1-2 the count now. Just a little bit low. Two balls, two strikes, two outs, 2 on for the Blue Devils. Fly ball headed to left field. Oldham underneath of that and takes care of it for the third out of the inning. So we go to the top of the 6th. Blue Devils leading 5-2. See, we've got a few new watchers. Please subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Gets us more views for these young men at KCK, and we like that. Welcome. We'll be back. All right, to the top half of the inning we go. To the 6th inning. Strike on the first pitch, 0-1 the count. There's a swing ruled. On that check swing ruled, yes, he did. So quickly 0-2 the count on Miller. He's been called out on strikes and a fly out to left field. Misses just a little bit low. 5-2 lead for the Blue Devils. Outside again, 2-2 the count. That's inside, 3-2 the count. Three balls, two strikes, nobody out as Miller leads off the top of the 6th for the Panthers. There's a line drive right at Bard. Bard squeezes that for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up Liston. Liston's been out on a fly to center field and called out on strikes. There's a strike right through there. Liston, the center fielder. It's outside ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Fly ball into center field, taken care of by Adams. That's going to bring up Pringle. Pringle has 2 base hits. He'll step in on the left-handed side to face Carlgren. 2 outs now here in the top of the 6th. That's way up high, 1-0 the count. High fly ball over on the third base side. Couldn't get my camera to head that direction. One ball, 1 strike now on Lucas Pringle, the catcher for Neosho. It's up high. 2-1 the count. Breeze out of the south, heading out to left field. There's a ball headed into the corner. That's going to be extra bases. So a 2-out double for Pringle, and he has a 3-hit game. It's going to bring up Jordan Helm. We're going to get a visit to the mound. We'll see if there's any changes made. We'll take a break. We'll be back. So the pitching change has been made. Will Hahn from Olathe West. He has a 3.0 ERA, 2-0 is his record. He is from Olathe, Kansas, went to Olathe West. He will take over after Carlgren goes 5 2/3. There's a swing and a miss, 0-1 the count. On Jordan Helm. Helm has a base hit and a pop out. That misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to the second baseman, Helm. Popped out to first base. had a base hit to center field. Foul ball backing out of play. 5-2, Blue Devils lead here in the top half of the sixth inning. Scheduled 7-inning game. It's way up high. Hutchison, Dawson, Bosserman, Bard across the infield left to right. McHarg, Adams, and Sanchez across the outfield left to right. Camden Carlin behind the plate. And strike 3 called for the third out of the inning. So we go to the bottom half of the sixth inning. Blue Devils leading 5-2. We'll be back. All right, here we go to the bottom half of the sixth inning. Blue Devils leading 5-2. Scheduled up for the Blue Devils, Hutchison, McHarg, and Carlin. Hutchison steps in. He's been called out on the strikes twice. There's a ball headed into deep right center, so extra bases. We'll see if he holds up at going back into second. He was headed for third, but he missed second base. He just was a little bit short on the front side of it. So Hutchison with a leadoff double to right center. That's going to bring up McHarg. McHarg is going to step in with a runner at second base. He's had a base hit and a fly out. See if we can't get an insurance run here before we go to the seventh inning. McHarg steps in with Palmer at second base. Misses outside. So Hutchison at second. There's another ball headed to the gap in right center. That's deep, and that's going to be extra bases and an RBI base hit, an RBI double for McHarg. So 2 doubles back-to-back, both to right center for RBI, make it, first one for a leadoff hit, second one for an RBI. So 6 runs in for the Blue Devils. Runner now at second base. That's going to bring up Camden Carlin. He's grounded out twice to the left side. Once to the shortstop, once to the third baseman. Squares to bunt. Takes high and inside and just lucky enough to slide in and change from, hey, I'm going to touch the base with my right hand, switch to the left to keep the tag from being applied. Carlin squared the bunt, pulled back. So 1-0 the count on Carlin. See if he squares to bunt here again. And he does. Takes strike called on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike to the catcher, Carlin. Back-to-back doubles. Hutchison leads it off, and then McHarg doubles him home for a 6-2 lead. Squares to bunt. The bunt is down. Most likely will be scored a bunt hit. So Carlin with the bunt hit. So back to the top of the order, and Dawson runners at the corners with Dawson coming up. Dawson had a soft line drive to the second baseman, a base hit, and a fly out to center field. He'll be up there with nobody out and runners at the corners. That missed just a little bit low and inside. 1-0 the count. Blue Devils lead 6-2. They bat here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. 7-inning scheduled game. Second game will be a 9. That stays up high. 2-0 the count. There's a strike called outside corner at the knees. Blue Devils 6 runs on 11 hits and no errors. Panthers 2 runs on 6 hits and 1 error. 2-1 the count. That's in the dirt. Blocked by the catcher. And just gets away from him a little bit. Pringle with the block, but not enough that anybody can move up. 3-0 the count now. The fly ball to right field. We'll see if that's deep enough. Clark is going to take that, going to throw to the cutoff man, and safe at home with the sac fly. So Dawson swinging on a 3-0 count, hits a sac fly. 3-1 count. Jay's taking care of me up here. If I misstate something, he'll get me, and he got me there. But he was correct. So 1 out, but another run in for the Blue Devils. There's a foul ball backing out of play. 0-1 the count. Strike called outside corner. Carlin at first. 0-2 the count, 1 out. That's way outside. 1-2 the count. The Blue Devils with 5 in the third, 2 so far here in the 6th. Lone runs in the first and the 5th for the Panthers. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. To Bosserman at the plate. He's grounded out, had a base hit, and popped out in foul territory. There's a ball headed to deep center field. On his horse is Liston, and Liston catches that one in deep center field. Running away for the second out of the inning. Nice job turning and running and going, getting that one was Liston. That's going to bring up Bard. Bard's been out on a line drive to the second base. No, he struck out. Foul tip, had a double for an RBI and then a single. He'll step in with 2 outs and a runner at first. There's a high fly ball to center field. Liston camping underneath of that. He has it. The Blue Devils score 2 runs on 3 hits. And they take a 7-2 lead. We go to the top half of the 7th inning. Blue Devils need 3 outs. The Panthers need a whole bunch to keep this thing going. 7-2 lead. We'll be back. All right, to the top of the 7th we go. Oldham, Noland, and Erlob scheduled up. Hahn came in and faced one batter to get out of the top of the 6th. That misses just a little bit inside. Oldham has grounded out to Bard at first unassisted and back to the pitcher. His 2 at-bats. The fly ball headed into left field. McHarg underneath that and puts that can of corn away for the first out of the inning. So back to the top of the order, and Tysick Nolan, the designated hitter. He's had a base hit, a hit by pitch, and a fly out to left field. There's a strike called outside corner. 0-1 the count. 1 out. Panthers down to their last 2 outs. That's up high. Hutchison, Dawson, Bosserman, Bard left to right across the infield. McHarg, Adams, and Sanchez across the outfield left to right. Hahn on the mound. Carlin behind the plate. There's a strike called right through there. 1-2 the count. Winding down this first game. There's a foul ball back into the screen. Panthers took the first game 10-4 on Thursday. Blue Devils took the second one 8-3 to split down in Chanute. That falls just a little bit low, 2-2 the count. Blue Devils leading in the third game here, 7-2, top of the 7th inning action. That's way outside. Little tardy on getting my 7th inning up there. There's a swing and a miss. Going to throw down to first to finish that out for the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up Erlob. Erlob walked his first time out. struck out his next 2 times, one of them on a foul tip into the glove of Carlin. There's a strike on the outside corner. One of the high school coaches' ball got away from Carlin a little bit. Says, how can it be a strike if the catcher can't catch it? 0-1 the count. That's inside. So 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. Panthers down to their last out in this first game here today. There's a strike right through there. 1-2 the count. So down to the last strike for the moment are the Neosho Panthers. Hahn would like to finish this up right here. There's a swing and a miss. So Carlgren goes the first 5 2/3. Hahn finishes it. The Blue Devils take the first game 7-2 in 7 innings. We'll have about a 20-minute break. We'll get the umpires changed up, the lineups going. We'll be back for the 4th game of this 4-game set. Blue Devils take the 3rd game 7-2. Thanks for watching. We will see you in a few.